to topple the Republic in the year 63 BC. As alluring as he was dangerous, Catiline attracted a wide array of supporters, men and women from prominent families who had run up debts, impressionable youths eager for sex, money, or other favours, and the impoverished inhabitants of Rome fed up with a political class that seemed only to look out for its own interests. Frustrated in his efforts to win election to the top office of consul, Catiline fled Rome and joined up with his forces in northern Italy, while several of his associates stayed behind with secret plans to torch the city and murder its leading politicians. The war against Catiline powerfully culminates with the unmasking of these urban conspirators at a meeting of the Senate, followed by a stormy debate that led to their immediate execution and then the ultimate defeat of Catiline and his 2 legions in battle. At the heart of Sallust's story is the mesmerizing figure of Catiline, a bitter and haunted man who was bent on gaining dominance over the state, yet sympathetic to the plight of struggling Romans. Sallust powerfully describes the violent commotions within Catiline's mind and the way they could be seen in his pale complexion, his bloodshot eyes, his step, now quick, now slow. So strong was the disturbance within him that it could not be contained. It spilled out and engulfed the whole republic. Along with Catiline, some of the most important figures of Roman history make memorable appearances. We see Cicero, the ambitious politician who held the consulship in 63, calculating how best to protect Rome. We see Julius Caesar, the future dictator, fingered in the conspiracy by his enemies. Sallust, who fought for Caesar in the great civil war that broke out in 49 and quickly engulfed the whole Mediterranean world, absolves him of any complicity. In recreating the debate that took place on the punishment of the conspirators, Sallust has Caesar give a long and principled speech arguing against summary execution. We then hear the man destined to become Caesar's most dangerous rival, Cato the Younger, give a stern rejoinder, highlighting the danger of not taking swift action. Quite unexpectedly, Sallust concludes his account of the debate by remarking that while Cato and Caesar had utterly different characters, they were the 2 great men of their time. The age was one in which almost every politician, according to Sallust, cared nothing for the common good and fought only to uphold his own power. Public life had been tainted by a long civil war in the 80s that ended with the victory of the unscrupulous general Sulla. Not only had Sulla seized power by force and dangerously indulged the army that fought for him, but after establishing himself in Rome, he had issued long lists of citizens he wished to outlaw, the so-called proscriptions. Rewards were offered to anyone who killed the proscribed, their property was confiscated, and their sons and grandsons were banned from holding public office. Sulla's minions started adding names to the proscription list just to secure a fine house or villa, or even a work of art. Soon, as Sallust puts it, everyone was plundering and robbing. Wealth became the major source of honor in Rome and was accompanied by glory, power, and influence. Sallust was fascinated by Catiline in part because the corrupt aristocrat seemed the perfect embodiment of this new rapacity and ruthlessness. The war against Catiline has much to offer readers today. In it, Sallust offers an account of the conspiracy that influenced how later classically educated Europeans and Americans saw their world. He includes jaw-dropping details, while also foregrounding the common problem of separating fact from fiction in shadowy reports about a conspiracy. In addition, Sallust offers a warning of what happens when a society's leaders see politics only as a source of personal power and neglect pressing social problems that may predispose individuals to take actions harmful to public order. In Sallust's view, a republic's success is tied directly to the willingness of its people to put it ahead of themselves. The alarming story he tells challenges us to think about the difference between good and bad leadership and about our individual ability to affect our culture and politics for better or worse.